Thank you. We appreciate you joining our meeting already in session. Did you know you came in the middle of the meeting? We're glad you're here and we appreciate it. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance that will be led by Mr. David Sanders.
Pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is our summer meeting, which means we are on a more streamlined agenda. So normally we would have had the national anthem, and we don't do that in the summer. But we do have a video for you on how our governing board meeting will work. So if you'll watch that then.
Welcome to the Mesa Public Schools Governing Board meeting. We appreciate your interest in the district. The 5 elected governing board members serve without compensation and volunteer countless hours. The president and the clerk of the board are elected in January. Under state law, the governing board may only discuss and vote on matters that are on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Agendas are posted a minimum of 24 hours in advance on the Mesa Public Schools website and in the Curriculum Services Center. Copies of tonight's agenda are located in the lobby. The public may speak on any item of business on the agenda that requires the board to take action. If you wish to comment on an action item, please complete a request to address the board form before the item is discussed. The form is located in the lobby. Members of the public will be given a maximum of 3 minutes to speak. Once recognized by the governing board president, please state your name. We ask that all speakers show respect and courtesy to others. During the second regular meeting of each month, the agenda will include a call to the public, which is an opportunity to speak to the governing board about a school district matter that is not on the agenda. Please submit a request to address the board form to participate in the call to the public. If you would like the board to consider adding an item to a future agenda, you may submit your request in writing to the board at least 5 working days before that meeting. The superintendent or governing board president will consider your request. Thank you for your attendance and involvement in tonight's meeting.
Thank you. The next item on our agenda is a review of our agenda, and this would be a time if there was anything that needed to be addressed in consent or questions that board members had. I wasn't aware of any, so we will move on to the review of our governing board summer calendar, which already has us starting school, Dr. Forlis.
I was just going to say, don't get too comfy, right, with this summer calendar. We will be back together on May 31st here in this room from 11:30 to 5. This is the summer study session for the board and superintendency, and you'll notice that lunch will be served and catered here in the room at 11:30. So it'll be a working lunch and a study session at the same time. Our governing board meetings this summer are June 14th, June 21st, July 12th, and July 26th, all here in this room beginning at 5 p.m. And as you said, President Richardson, August 4th is our very first day of school. August 9th is our first governing board meeting of the new school year. That is scheduled to begin at 6:30, and then August 23rd, also a 6:30 meeting. So there is a snapshot of a very quick summer.
Unfair. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. The next item is a call to the public, which is, as you heard, on our second meeting of the month, and we have no one signed up for the call to the public.
The governing board welcomes comments from the public on
You don't have to play
non-agenda
it.
items.
We're not going to have it.
During the call to the public, please remember, as a general rule, public comments will be limited.
Maybe we can't. Oh, there we go. I was like, maybe we can't back up. Maybe you have to watch the video whether you want to or not. So we are done with item 6. This summer meeting is moving right along. Next is our consent agenda items. All items listed are considered as a group or motion and approved with one motion. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Hutchinson, and a second from Mrs. Sears. Mrs. Head will call for our vote.
Kiana Sears is a yay vote.
And that vote passes 5-0. Thank you. So we are down to the reason we think most of you are here, and that is our personnel requests. Mr. Wing.
Good late afternoon, Governing Board. Tonight, Human Resources, we're requesting that you approve the personnel action items, including the posted addendum.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
A second.
Thank you, Dr. O'Reilly. We are sharing so nicely today. You're all taking turns. I don't think we have any discussion on these items. Anybody? All right, Mrs. Head will call for that vote as well.
Anna Maria Sears is a yay vote.
That motion passes 5-0. And Dr. Forlis, do we get to come celebrate with some great people?
You absolutely do. Madam President, members of the board, with tonight's approval of the personnel request, we have several incoming administrators and their families here to celebrate. So if you'd like to join me in front of the dais to meet and congratulate our newest leaders. All righty, we are going to get started. Will Lee Preston please join me at the podium? Just stay here, we'll do some awkward pictures in just a moment, all right? Lee is the incoming team leader at Rhodes Junior High. Lee began this year as a special education department chair, but took on the interim team leader role in the second semester. Before taking on that role, she was the SLD teacher for 4 years, and while at Rhodes, Lee helped implement the next education workforce. Lee has various teaching experiences all over the world. She was an elementary learning support teacher in Morocco for 5 years and a second and third grade teacher in China for 5 years. She also taught as a 7th grade resource teacher in Tempe. She has a bachelor's degree in humanities from Arizona State University, a master's degree in special education from the University of Phoenix, a master's degree in educational leadership from Arizona State University, and that's not enough. She is currently pursuing a doctorate in leadership and innovation from Arizona State University. We are excited to welcome Lee as the new team leader of Rhodes Junior High. So, all of you, this is how the photo thing works. We're going to smile at Tim, right? Yay! And then you get to go shake hands. How about that? All right. Thank you. And next, I'd like to congratulate Catrice Jameson by joining me up at the podium. Catrice is the incoming Dean of Students at Guerrero and Emerson Elementary Schools. Currently, she is a teacher at Guerrero Elementary where she's taught 4th and 5th grade science, math, and writing for 9 years. We were in your math class, I remember vividly. Catrice has a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Arizona State University and a master's degree in educational administration and leadership from Grand Canyon University. We are so excited to welcome Catrice as the new Dean of Students at Guerrero and Emerson Elementary Schools. So here we're going to do our picture. Here we go. And big congratulations. We can do that. And Mrs. Preston, would you like to a picture with your husband? Okay. Catrice? Going to get the rest of the family. Come on, Catrice. All right, let's get your fan club up here. Here we go. Tim, does this work well? Oh, we gotta get the good side. I'm so sorry. Okay. Would Gerard Hernandez please join me at the podium? And I'm going to ask you to say a few things. Yes. Principal. Okay. Gerard is the incoming principal at Entz Elementary School. Gerard was principal at Joseph Zito Elementary in the Isaac School District for 9 years, assistant principal for 11 years, instructor at the University of Phoenix Online for 8 years, and an educational technology specialist at Phoenix Elementary School District. He also taught 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th grades, and has won the award of being recognized as a Beat the Odds principal. He holds a bachelor's degree in economics from San Beda College in the Philippines, a master's degree in elementary education from Grand Canyon University, and a master's in educational leadership from the University of Phoenix. We are excited to welcome Gerard as the principal of Entz Elementary School. So we're going to do a few, I'm going to let you say a few words and we'll do some pictures. Here we go.
Madam President, members of the board, community members, my name is Gerard Hernandez, and I thank you for the opportunity to serve in the Mesa Public Schools. Thank you to the hiring committee, Dr. Forles. She made me sound really good, so thank you so much for that. And I would also like to thank my family, and then my wife, who knows that she is my ultimate boss, so thank you so much.
We're going to do the quick picture. Here we go. Congratulate the board, and then Mrs. Hernandez, would you like to join? Okay.
Said no.
She gets dinner for sure.
All righty, Holly Chang, it's your turn. Come on up. Holly is the incoming interim principal at Washington Elementary School. Holly is the current dean of students at Adams and Kerr Elementary Schools. Previously, she was a counselor at Taft, a behavior coach, counselor and teacher in Apache Junction Unified School District, and a 7th and 8th grade teacher in the Balt School District. Holly earned a bachelor's degree in elementary arts education from Ottawa University, a master's degree in educational counseling from the University of Phoenix, and completed her principal certification program from the University of Phoenix. We are so excited to welcome Holly as the interim principal of Washington Elementary School. So if you'd like to, we'll do a quick picture here. You can say a few words and we'll, you have a lot of fans to bring up. So here we go. Great. Here we go.
I'll get out my book speech. Just kidding. Madam President.
Sweaty from her hands.
That's
holding it
okay.
back.
Members of the board, Dr. Forles, and cabinet members, I am a proud product of Mesa Public Schools myself. I would like to take this moment to thank everyone for this amazing opportunity and let you know how much it means to me. I would like to first thank my family, my husband Young, my son Timothy, my son Michael, my parents Charlotte and David, and my in-laws Key and Chang. Also, I have a nephew in the audience as well. There's nothing better than sharing your life's accomplishments with the people you love the most. Secondly, I would like to thank Principal Amy Breitenbucher, Principal Stephanie Montez, Principal Kim Corbett, and Principal Sandy Kewen, who is now retired this year, and actually hired me with believing in my dreams in leadership. And to the Washington Bulldogs who may be watching tonight, it is nice to see you, nice to meet you, and I can't wait to meet all of you. Go Bulldogs! Woo!
Okay, you want to walk through and we'll bring
Okay.
the family up. Want to come up, Jane family? You want to come on up?
Thank you. Thank you. I got a whole crew.
Well, we can tell who Timothy was, because he was self-promoting.
20.
Yeah. Well, then good, you should self-promote a lot. You go up front, you don't need all of us. You just have to. We aren't part of your.
You can join. Everybody's welcome.
Then you're gonna go, who are those people joining my family picture?
Go Bulldogs, let's go. All righty, would Michael Dignan please join me at the podium? Michael is the incoming principal at Summit Academy. Currently, he is the principal at Desert Vista High School in Tempe. Previously, he was principal at Desert Ridge High School in Gilbert, a middle school and elementary school principal in the Kyrene School District, and an elementary principal in Wisconsin. I think K8 Wisconsin too, right? Yep. Michael earned his bachelor's degree in physical education and a master's degree in educational administration from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We are very excited to welcome you as the principal of Summit Academy. So if you'd like to say a few words.
Yes. Madam President, members of the Governing Board, Cabinet members, and Dr. Forlis, thank you so much for this opportunity. I am beyond thrilled to be joining the Mesa Public Schools family and the Summit Academy family, and so much so that I already gave Mark Andrews a call today. I couldn't wait any longer, and had to talk to him a little bit about the school, and I can't wait to roll up my sleeves and get to work in keeping this fantastic school moving forward. So thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
All right. And next, I would like to invite Ani Erickson to join me at the podium. Ani is the incoming principal at Redbird Elementary School. Currently, she is the Title I specialist at Redbird. Previously, she taught 1st and 5th grade at Sousa Elementary and 6th grade in Illinois. Ani earned her bachelor's degree from the University of Illinois, Chicago, a master's degree in teaching from National Louis University in Illinois, and a master's degree in educational administration from the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Ani has also been a PTA president and a volunteer coordinator at Red Mountain Ranch Elementary. You've done it all. Look at you. We are excited to welcome Ani as the principal of Redbird Elementary School. Congratulations to you, and have you do a little, you can do a picture and then you can do the talk. All righty, if you'd like to say a few words.
Madam President, board members, Dr. Forlis, Cabinet, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I have had the pleasure of working with Dr. Cram the last 4 years, and I am honored to take over the vision that her and I had at Redbird. So I am so blessed to have this opportunity to continue serving our students, our amazing staff at Redbird, and I absolutely feel like I am at home at Redbird. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to stay around. And my family.
I was trying to give you a little cue there. You want to greet the governing board? We'll get them situated. Here we go. All right, Jim. We'll be waiting for her to celebrate. So we will continue on with our meeting. If you would like to stay with us, great. If you would like to celebrate elsewhere, that's fine too.
Yep. 'Cause it looks like he's a runner. Yeah, Mark is taller, but he reminded me, I was like, whoa.
Thank you. We'll be seeing each other. Yeah. Thank you, Dad.
We are thankful for a group of talented administrators joining us in Mesa. So we appreciate Dr. Wing, all of your staff, and all of that process, and and all of that cheering. Okay, we are on to our discussion items, and the first on our discussion item is an update from our Mesa Schools Foundation. Dr. Forlis, would you give us some background and introduce who's going to talk to us?
We are very fortunate to have a foundation that is so supportive of the work we do in Mesa Public Schools. So this evening, President Delight Clark and the Executive Director, Mrs. Janita Pickett-Gordon, will provide an update to the board on the work of the foundation. I'm going to bring the clicker to whoever.
She's the clicker. Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Forlis, and whoever is
Mrs. Clark, can we close the doors to the lobby? All the celebrating. I know, just out of
As
hand.
they should.
Those rowdy administrators.
As they should. Thank you so much for inviting us here tonight. We're glad to be here. I'm Delight Clark, President of the Mesa Public Schools Foundation. Our foundation, our mission is schools and community working together to enhance student success. We continue to focus on connecting our community with the Mesa Public Schools. Just for a little background, our foundation was established in late 1985 by then current Mesa Public Schools Superintendent Jim Zaharis. In our 35-plus year history, we've worked together with Mesa Public Schools to meet the needs of children, teachers, and staff. Originally, we started funding mini grants for teachers. We developed a teacher mentoring program and provided teacher recognition. Since the mid-90s, we've hosted an annual fundraising auction. And though we continue some of these programs, we've come to learn that interaction with the community at large is a major source of connection for us. We continue to engage the community in a few ways with Mesa Public Schools. We host 2 big business breakfasts every year to engage those in industry. And we make sure that many of them are represented on our board. About a third of our board has members from industry who have an investment here in the city of Mesa. We also work closely with the city of Mesa to build strong partnerships with incoming businesses that will impact economic development. I mentioned innovation grants for teachers. It's one of my personal favorites. And we're especially happy to disseminate funds to increase the impact of every student, teacher, and staff member. Across our history, we have given over 50,000 pairs of shoes, purchased over 1,500 pairs of eyeglasses, and continue to support STEM, music, performing arts district-wide. As we're reviewing our bylaws, modernizing our processes and procedures, we're also gathering best practices from similar foundations. Our work is not done, and we have much more good to do for those who work and learn in our district. It's our desire to be an effective and helpful partner to the Mesa Public Schools. I'd like to now introduce you to our Executive Director, Janita Gordon, so that she can share a little more.
Thank you, Delight, and good evening, everyone. I just want to share a few wins. It's been such an extraordinary post-pandemic era. So I'm going to try to get through this without emotions. Jim Zaharis was our founding superintendent, and Darlene Brinkerhoff was the longest-serving executive director. And Gay Kelly, who served as our board president prior to the pandemic, we lost her to the battle of COVID-19. And we just wanted to share that those are a few folk that we stand on the shoulders of. This is, today, our board is 16 members strong. And after participating in a productive strategic planning session last summer, we have worked diligently to align our giving focus with Mesa Public Schools' portrait of a graduate. As a result, we have given away over $88,000 in innovation grants this fiscal year. We raised over $160,000 from our annual auction, which many of you were present and helped. We have served this year 25 families with eyeglasses and eye repair and eye exams. We've placed over 225 pairs of shoes on 7 campuses through their boutiques. And of course, we have given away grants with 70% of them being STEM-related grants. But one of the things that we're very excited about is that this summer we are boosting family literacy through a Feed to Read program, which is championed by Marcy Hutchinson. So what you're seeing here are today, this is hot off the press, we were placing stickers in over 5,000 books that we're going to hand out free to all of our students who are participating in the summer literacy program. And so we're excited to help in any way that we can. We are nimble and flexible to meet the many growing needs that didn't occur through prior to the pandemic, but we're learning about the impact of that. We can't do it alone, and we thank everyone who participated with our annual fundraiser and all the volunteer opportunities that we give over the years. And we also want to thank the silent auction basket makers, which were the PTOs of all of the elementary and junior high schools. And we also want to thank Mountain View and Dobson High School for loaning us their talents during the auction. Again, thank you for having us here, and we take any questions that you'd like to have at this time.
We have people who are watching us and would like to be involved in the foundation. What should they do? Either through donations or, they're happy to put on stickers on books. How do they, where should they go?
So www.mesa-foundation.org is our website, and they can contact any of us through the website. You can make donations through the website. You can volunteer through the website, or you can call. Our offices are right in the bank building, 63 East Main Street. Yeah, East Main Street. And the number is 480-472-0220.
Thank you. Other comments or questions?
I'd just like to mention that our Feed to Read program will be serving lunch as well as literacy. And from June 1 to June 28th, we have on the Mesa Public Schools website, mpsaz.org/food, you will see the Feed to Read flyer, and it is in English and in Spanish. And so be looking out when the Mesa Public School Foundation will be there with books, which we will have our Resource Center specialists help children pick out books. Our Ed Pro students will also be assisting with reading and with literacy activities. But we are coming to a neighborhood near you. And we start off June 1 with Emerson Elementary, and we go from the west side to the east side, and we'll be ending up at Taft Elementary by June 23rd. So come and get lunch and a little brain food as well. A nice book, and the selected book is yours to keep. So we'll be hoping that a lot of kids will be enjoying some happy reading time this time. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Copying and pasting and sending that to my grandkids.
Oh.
It's like it's right there at your school on June 1st. So that's wonderful. Thank you. Is there any other questions or comments?
Thank you so much for all you're doing. Your numbers are amazing, and it just warms my heart to hear about all the children that have been helped because of your foundation. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We look forward to the growth and the great things. We know that it may have been around for 35 years, but you're still just getting started. So it'll continue to do great things for us. Thank you. The next item on our board, I moved to the flyer, I got to get back to it, is our prep for our board study. And this is really just it's just a reminder to do your homework. The next Tuesday, we're having our board planning study, and one of the items is establishing goals for us as a board. And so we all took a survey, and we have the results from that, and using that data, maybe zero in on a place or two, we're going to come to an agreement that day on where we want to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable for the coming year. So that's my plug for that right there. Now I'm going to need legal counsel. Were there any other conversations, sorry, about item B? That was really a not very good discussion. That was me talking.
Be giving, sending you, here are the items we think we should focus on.
I think we can.
We do it now.
Well, you know what? Why don't, if you'll email them to me, maybe by Monday, I can group them together for commonality. So I'll send a little text to remind you, if Martha reminds me. Thank you. And so then I'll group them together. Maybe that would speed our conversation along. Good idea. Thank you, Dr. O'Reilly. Here's where I need my legal counsel. We paused our executive session, and we're going back to it. So I don't think I adjourned the meeting here. Do I adjourn this meeting? Tell me what I do here.
No, you would need to adjourn this meeting after you adjourn the
Okay, so do I need a motion to go back into executive session?
You are technically still, you're just on pause. So
Okay, so
you can just make your way back.
Okay, so the only thing we will be doing again in a public forum is adjourning. But for now, are you guys proud of our summer meeting schedule?
Yeah.
Kelly Berg, are you excited about this? Okay, I just wanted to hear it from you. I just wanted to see a nod. But I know 50 minutes, come on. If only we didn't start at 4 and go back into a meeting. But for the rest of you, it was fast. We promised to get faster for the summertime, but thank you. So that is what our board is doing. We are going back in, and Dr. Forlis will join us for her continuation of her review. So thank you very much.
Superintendency members, feel free to begin enjoying your evening.
Oh yeah, that's why we did this, so you could all go home.